Okay, so this is Catch Up with Coach, the NFL segment. We try to get in, get out like a 2-minute warning, and I always go over to my brother's point in the editing part of everything that we do. That's why we decided to go live. So if you do have a chance, check in with us live on YouTube at Coach Malik Hall. Let's jump in NFL. The Dolphins and Bengals. I try to wait until it's all over so you can hear all of the people you need to hear before you hear Coach Hall. My perspective isn't, it may be a fresh take, it may not be, it's just mine. So however you see it, this is me. It's Catch Up with Coach. So here we go. The Dolphins, Bengals. Am I surprised if the Dolphins are getting off to a good start? Again, you probably heard the last few segments. Look, the Dolphins drama prior to now, no one saw this coming. If you saw it coming, then you're better than most. And that's okay too. I'm not mad at you for seeing it. And history shows us the Super Bowl losing team doesn't do well the next year. However, Tua Tutty coming, dealing with a concussion, the noise behind that. Oh, man. Where do I stand? Someone asked me, Coach, how do you feel about this concussion deal? Look, it sucks. If you've ever played football, you already have resolve in your mind of the car crashes. And though we don't focus on the result that could potentially happen post-car collision, i.e. a tackle, or getting sacked if you're a quarterback. The reality of that, though, we have to shut that off for us to be successful in the field that everyone is enjoying. I'm only able to talk about this because Tua has that part of his sensor cut off so he can play without fear of getting hurt, because it's enough to fear in the game itself. The fear of execution, the fear of success, the fear of the locker room, the fear of groupies. There are a lot of football fears. The one fear that I think benefits football players and benefits the game and how we consume it is that part of their mechanism is off. And so, yes, we know more, but you're still dealing with a premier athlete performing at the highest level possible. There's nothing after the NFL. And so, yes, it's unfortunate he had a concussion. Outside of that, I can't speak to how they deal with concussion protocol because I know the mindset of a competitor and an athlete. And that's how I feel about that. Yes, but outside of that, look, the Bengals play well. If you even care, I don't. I don't think the Bengals have... Look, what the Bengals did a year ago is a long season, but what the Bengals did a year ago, the Bengals, however you enunciate or pronunciate that, to each his own. I still love the Icky Shuffle, and if they get on the road, so be it. But here's what I love about it, and I talked to you guys about this before. The difference of this game without Tua and how Miami game planned it in my mind is they were still trying to empty the tank. Let's go win it. And there's a place for that. But there's also a place, hey, let's stabilize it. Let's run this ball. Let's see if our line can get some push. They're psychologically beat up because their quarterback is beat up. The quarterback getting hurt, it affects the entire organization. The entire organization, it affects the locker room, it affects the offensive line, it affects ticket sales. Like, you have to understand the psychological pressure of losing your quarterback to a concussion, and when he got bodied like he did, like, it doesn't matter what happened, how to play. Like, that is a psychological pressure on that offense and that offensive line and the coaches that very few people may even understand. And so, they coached the game to win. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. The Bengals beat them 15-27, period. Okay, that's the Bengals, the Dolphins.